So I thought I would do a follow-up of my assessment of the current state of the DCU. And so here is all of the movies that have been in the DCU so far with their total gross. So you got Man of Steel making 668 million, which I know was a disappointment because it's a Superman movie, and movies were making $1 billion at the time. We had Batman versus Superman, 873. The one that really stands out to me is Aquaman at 1.148 billion. Gee, that must have been some great timing because it wasn't a great movie. So I don't know how the heck Aquaman managed to pull that off. But we had the Justice League make 657, Suicide Squad 746, which was a terrible movie. Wonder Woman deservedly made 822 million. Shazam 367. So that was a real drop off. But that was a smaller budget movie. 100 million is not that small, but then we get to Birds of Prey. So now we're barely over 200. Again, smaller budget. Wonder Woman sequel goes from 822 down to 169. Suicide Squad 168. Black Adam 393, not that terrible. Shazam Fury of the Gods 133 on a $125 million budget. That's a disaster. The Flash. Now we have Blue Beetle, which what I read was projected to be the lowest opening of any DCU movie. And the previous lowest was Shazam Fury of the Gods, which came out also this year. So they are on a steady decline. And so here's some Blue Beetle comics. These are some of mine. These are from the 1960s. And I'm not saying that they needed to make this character. But what they are going to go with is, here's another one, is this one. Okay, so, whatever. It's probably a good decision to go with a more, a super powered character. Unfortunately, almost nobody outside of real comic fans have any idea who Blue Beetle is, whether it's this Blue Beetle or whether it's this Blue Beetle. And I thought the trailer just looked so generic. So, a pretty lousy start. Well, I hesitate to say this is the start of the James Gunn era because I don't think James Gunn had anything to do with it, so it's probably unfair, even though they seem to be implying it. But I thought I would go through real quick what is my least favorite of the DCU movies, one I could not get through, and sort of talk about why I think that Warner Brothers is just making ridiculously horrible decisions. I don't know who is running the show there or who ran the show here. So this is Birds of Prey, and what I wanted to show is the poster. So there's 3 posters. This is one of them, and so the Birds of Prey are, I guess, a kind of a loose affiliation of female superheroes. We have and. Gee, I wonder who the film is about. The original title was Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. What a terrible, terrible title. What a garbage title. So they finally did drop everything but Birds of Prey. Fantabulous isn't even a word. So we have what? We have a beaver on there. We have, let's see. Oops. I don't know what the hell that is. That's her hyena. And the beaver's wearing I think one of those candy. He's got a tutu on and a candy necklace. We got some hot dogs floating in the air. There is Cassandra Cain sitting on a giant diamond. What is it? Renee Montoya in a bizarre. I don't know what the hell that she's wearing there. We got some. Was it Chinese lamps hanging from a tree? Well, what the hell is this? This is ridiculous. The only one, if you told me, okay, which one is Renee Montoya, I'd be like, I don't know. I guess this is Huntress because she's got the crossbow. Black Canary, I don't know. She's just wearing street clothes and a ridiculous green cape. Cassandra Cain, I don't know who the hell Cassandra Cain is, but that's her. So let's go back out, and There's another poster again. Yeah. Gee, there's. Well, it's still going with the Fantabulous Emancipation, and Harley Quinn is center stage, and everyone else. There's Black Canary looking ridiculous. I don't know what that stupid pose is with her with a baseball bat. She looks ridiculous. There's Cassandra Cain with this just awful. Everything about this poster is ridiculous, just terrible. The women don't look attractive or sexy. They look silly and they're in street clothes. What who is attracted to this poster and saying, "Okay, I want to see that movie. I want to see these silly women doing stuff." They just look terrible. I mean, look at Cassandra Cain there. Oh my God. That is awful. So let's go to the next poster. Oh, okay. Well, it's still the, whatever. Maybe all the posters featured it. So there's again, Harley Quinn and the all the other women. Oh, Harley Quinn is even there. She's flying around herself. I don't know. Is that Black Mask there without a mask on? Yeah, okay, so this is, I guess, everybody. And they look stupid. They look ridiculous, and it is a really, really terrible, awful poster. So, and quite frankly, I mean, even if the movie was really good, I don't think that's bringing too many people in the door. That's my opinion on it. And unfortunately, the movie was not good. Now, it actually did not get that bad of reviews, and even I was a little surprised to see even so Birds of Prey got a 78 Rotten Tomato score, a 60 Metacritic, a B plus Cinema score. So apparently, although, geez, B is the lowest. You know, this is ridiculous. The Cinema score is ridiculous because apparently you can't get lower than a B. So, I don't know. Apparently everyone loves it. Everyone loves everything. But I think these, we have, here we go, focus on Black Canary. Okay. What is that? What is that belt? I don't know. It's just, it's a bad, God, it just looks terrible. It looks so bad. Well, there's those painted on eyes again. And they couldn't even make the canary black. The canary's not even black. It's gold or whatever. All of these posters. Oh, here's Renee Montoya looking the least sexy woman on the planet. Just awful. Just awful. I don't know how, you spend, how much did they spend on this thing? They spent 84.5 million, and that's the best you could come up with for posters. It's just a silly, and they wonder why these movies are not doing well. But the movie didn't do well. Probably the main reason is because it was just a bad movie. It also hit at a bad time, as did Wonder Woman 1984. But it's just a bad movie, and I think that the reason you're seeing these movies getting lower and lower grosses is because people are more and more turned off by just the DCU in general. And I'm going to do a follow-up video to this follow-up, and I'm going to talk about maybe the future is brighter than I am thinking, because I started looking through the movies and the television shows that are slated for the James Gunn era, and they're looking a lot better than what we have here. So anyway, that's a follow-up to my take on the current state of the DCU and specifically the ridiculous posters for Birds of Prey.